Remember everybody, my Patreon supporters got to see previews and work in progress shots of the figure as I made it. If you want to join them, all you gotta do is support me. The link is in the description below. Hello out there, this is WakeAngel2001 coming at you with a custom for Chaoshog17. It is E123 Omega. We've all seen me make the final Badnik in the E series before, and the base toy is of course that Legends Optimus Prime figure. Of course, Chaoshog sent me the Scourge recolor of it. Although, would it be Scourge or Nemesis Prime? I think we know more as Scourge. Isn't it funny, like, every time I've made this Omega figure, I've made it from a different color variant. The first one used the original Optimus colors. I think the second one was Pipes. Now I'm using Scourge. Am I actually going to be using the Huffer one the next time I make it? Because, wait, did they make a Huffer? I'm pretty sure they made a Huffer. Anyway, let's, we all know the process of dismantling the figure. Of course, it doesn't end with just a simple dismantling, as I also have to cut off the remaining truck kibble from the from the torso, and sculpt on Omega's armor. Basically, it's a big circle thingy. It's kind of hard to describe. Omega's kind of like a cylinder stacked on top of part of a cone with a dome on top. Omega has a weird shaped torso. And this time I had to sculpt on the little rocket boosters on his back because I couldn't find any rocket boosters to stick in there. The shoulders are the same as usual, just extend them out a little bit. And the arms, I couldn't find those big Lego axles, so I just used a smaller wheel and just used the whole thing, including the tire. And of course, I used a 1x1 Lego circle thing to act as the wrist joint. His arm kind of looks like a propane tank when it's unpainted, doesn't it? The hand is, of course, completely hand sculpted, and there is another Lego brick in there, a 1x1 circle brick, of course, in order to allow it to connect to the wrist. Theoretically, this also makes it possible to swap out the hand if you want to install a gun accessory, although Chaoshog told me that he didn't need one of those. So that's the completed arm, and then there was a little bit of a delay in the project as upon reattaching this, the figure of course came to life as some of my customs do, and he tried to escape, so I had to catch him and, finish the custom. You know how it is when you make toys and they come to life all Toy Story on you. And there's the rebellions they try to establish and blah blah blah. Or have I said too much? I don't know, let's get to continuing the figure. Now we move on to making Omega's head. I always find unique and interesting ways to do this every time. This time I happen to have the cap from one of those little gumball machine prizes, and I kind of stuck it up there, and to harden the neck joint. But then I took it back off and sculpted it to look like Omega's head, with like the tapered back and the thingy on top and the two eyes, the thing. Now, again, there were just some pieces that I didn't have on hand. Like, I didn't have a semicircle made out of plastic anymore because I don't have any more sprues from that model kit. So I had to use my 3D pen to draw the semicircles and then sculpt on those little pipe things from the thing. And then, of course, with a modified Lego bracket connector, yeah, I think that's what they call it, a Lego brick, a 1x2 slab or plate, yeah, a 1x2 plate with an articulated bracket connector. I don't know. Well, anyway, that's how I made the hip skirts and the little belt thing. Omega has like a belt of some kind. The feet are, of course, completely sculpted using the last set of hobby-based ball joints that I have. That's right, if I want to make another Omega using these ball-jointed ankles, then I'm going to have to order more of these hobby-based ball joints. The shins are, of course, completely sculpted around the cup part of the ball joint and allows for the whole connection to be made. With a solid paint job make the feet look like the feet, make the shins look like the shins, and we are ready to connect them to Omega and take a look at the completed figure. And that is Omega. Omega is one of the most complicated custom projects that I can do and still kind of consider it at this price point. Geez, these things just take a lot of sculpting and modification and taking a Dremel to a transformer. It might be possible to make him with some other Legends class transformers besides this Optimus, but gotta admit, those broad shoulders and narrow hips really do make the figure kind of ideally suited for it. I'm just speaking filler stuff while I wait for this last slide to run through, because I'm Wake Angel 2001 and I talk over pictures of things. Yeah, that's not really the most ambitious title that I've ever given myself. I think I'll just save some face right now by ending it here. We'll see you in the next video.